y'all? It's J. Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment, and we're about to get into this week's boxing talk. This Saturday, April the 9th, it's a big weekend of boxing. First, in London, England, we have the heavyweight showdown between IBF heavyweight champion, American Charles Martin, traveling to the UK to take on Olympic gold medalist Anthony Joshua. This is a fight between two men that are undefeated, very big heavyweights with hard-hitting punching power, and it's a very intriguing fight. Now, Anthony Joshua has been built up as the future of the heavyweight division. He's young, he has quick hands, he has a very strong jab and decent boxing skills. He comes in great condition and he has that hard-hitting punching power. But he hasn't faced anyone in the heavyweight division to truly test himself. He's going to go up against an unknown fighter, a southpaw that is also very big with hard-hitting punching power as well. Charles Martin has not faced anyone as well at top opposition in the heavyweight division. So these guys are truly going to test themselves. I see this fight playing out with Martin being very slow, trying to set up punches with that left hand and land something hard to test the chin of Anthony Joshua. I see Joshua with the quicker hands landing counter punches and hurting Charles Martin in this fight. I don't know how good Charles Martin's chin is, but I believe that Anthony Joshua is perhaps the harder hitting puncher with the quicker hand speed and the better jab.
What can you say about Anthony Joshua? It's the power, but it's the speed as well. Nails it with the right hand. That was pure destruction. Once again, he nails it. It was vicious and it was calculated. For Anthony Joshua, he has been punch perfect.
I see him as the favorite in his backyard to pull out a victory by late stoppage. Anthony Joshua has not seen the final bell in his entire career of 15 professional fights, and I don't think he's going to see the final bell in this fight. I believe that this guy is the real deal because I really don't see and believe in Charles Martin. Can Charles Martin upset Anthony Joshua in his backyard in London, England?
Charles Martin! 80-inch reach for the 6'5" Prince Charles Martin. Glasgow has never been knocked down. Charles Martin, the IBF heavyweight champion.
That will be a great victory for the champion to come from the United States and beat this man and go back home with that title belt around his waist for bigger and better fights. He's aligned with Al Heyman, so fights like Deontay Wilder is in the horizons for him for many big paydays in the future. But Anthony Joshua, I just see him winning this fight and becoming the new heavyweight champion of the world with the IBF title, and he has some big fights ahead of him. You got guys like Tyson Fury and also David Haye for big mega paydays in the UK for Anthony Joshua. Moving along over to the United States in Las Vegas, we have the Manny Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley. Third showdown between these two men, but the undercard is stacked with some very good fights. We have a future star in featherweight prospect Oscar Valdez making a step up against former world champion, the Mexican-Russian Granovich. Now, this fight right here is going to be an action fight because Granovich is a pressure fighter. He's a high-volume puncher, and he's going to bring it to Oscar Valdez. But Valdez is a quick-handed fighter with some good boxing skills and hard-hitting punching power, and I believe that he is going to stop Granovich in a very impressive fashion. I see high hopes for this young man, and he is something to really look forward to and watch. This kid is special, and he's definitely the future of boxing right here in Oscar Valdez. So I can't wait to watch that fight.
Mexican Olympian Oscar Valdez challenges the gritty former world champion Evgeny Granovich, the Mexican-Russian.
Now, in the co-feature, it's going to be King Arthur Abraham traveling to the United States to defend his WBO super middleweight title at 168 pounds against a young rising Mexican star in Gilberto Ramirez. This is a crossroad fight right here for these two fighters. Arthur Abraham is an old fighter. He's slow, but he hits very hard. He's coming to foreign territory to face Ramirez.
Abraham defending the World Super Middleweight Championship against Mexico's Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez.
Arthur Abraham has the experience factor. He knows how to find ways to win in a fight, but he is coming up in age. Can he pull it off in Las Vegas against this young big, strong super middleweight with perhaps better boxing skills and hard-hitting punching power. Is Ramirez the real deal? We're going to find out if he can take the punches of Arthur Abraham. I see this being a closer fight than what people expect. Some people expect Ramirez to just run right through the older fighter. But I believe King Arthur has something up his sleeves and he could pull out the victory. Don't sleep on him because he has come to America before and knocked out guys like Jermaine Taylor. Even though Jermaine Taylor was not at his best, he definitely has that punching power to change the fight around with one punch. Now, the main event of the night between Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley. I'm a big Bradley fan, and I'm going to be rooting for Timothy Bradley and Desert Storm to pull out this victory. But I don't have a lot of confidence in this fight because I believe he lost the last two fights, 19 rounds to 5. In those 24 rounds that they fought in their two previous fights. Manny Pacquiao, a lot of people are writing him off. They're saying that he is done. This guy was considered the #1 or #2 fighter for the last 6 years, right next to Floyd Mayweather. They had their super fight about a year ago, last May, and Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather. Now, there was an injury in that fight that wasn't brought to light to the public. It disappointed a lot of fans, including myself, because I was going for Manny Pacquiao in that fight. Floyd Mayweather fought the way Floyd Mayweather fights. He fought a perfect fight. He dominated the fight. He won by unanimous decision, and he beat Manny Pacquiao fair and square. There is no excuses for that fight. But Manny Pacquiao should not go to the bottom of the list as top pound-for-pound fighter in the world. This guy should be considered in the top 3, right with Andre Ward, and the vacant spot of #1 right now.
Pacquiao once again wants to fight fire with fire, and he fires the straight left hand, and there's the punching power.
This is a dazzling display of boxing skill, power, everything.
This is the brilliance of the Filipino slugger.
Manny Pacquiao is a very good fighter still. Even at the age of 37 years old, he is fast and he is better than 95% of the welterweights and the junior welterweights out there from 140 to 147 pounds. And I believe that he has enough to beat Timothy Bradley. I hold Timothy Bradley right now at this moment in time as the best welterweight at 147 pounds.
There's an all-out assault from Bradley.
Good right hand by Bradley.
Look at this. Look at this.
What is Timothy Bradley made of?
Still.
What an amazing performance. What a war.
His resume stacks up better than anyone in the welterweight division, and he is a very good fighter with tremendous heart, and he is a warrior when he steps into that ring. Is Teddy Atlas a factor in this fight? I believe so. I believe that Teddy Atlas can help him put on a better performance. But I don't think that Teddy Atlas could help him actually pull out victory in this fight. I don't see Bradley getting knocked out in this fight, and I don't see Bradley stopping Manny Pacquiao at all. These guys have great chins. These guys have great stamina, and they're going to go all the way to the 12th and final round. But it's going to be who has the better game plan this time around. But I see Manny Pacquiao winning this fight. Now, I would like to thank everyone who has tuned into my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to this channel right here, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. Also, follow me on Instagram and join that Facebook boxing group page, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. I'm J. Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment. Thanks for your support and subscribe.